was able to come in, I usually try to stay home today.
Right.
But I figured, I pushed through for the company and.
Right. Tell me what happened to you on 9/11.
Yeah, I worked with the transit authority at the time, and that morning, I was actually going through. I was engaged to be married.
Right.
And, what happened was things didn't work out 2 weeks earlier. I stayed with my mom.
Okay.
And that morning, my mom wakes me up and starts yelling at me in Spanish. She's like, the building's on fire, building's on fire.
Wow.
And I didn't know what she meant. I jump up. It was New York, so the first channel you hit is New York 1 News, and you see the towers.
Wow.
Well, first you see the first tower.
Right.
I immediately called my friend who went into work. She worked at the Winter Garden right across the street, and you could see the tower straight up. And I'm talking to her. I'm telling her, they're saying it's a small plane. She's telling me, it's an effing big plane.
Right. Wow.
And we're talking about it for a little bit, and as we're talking, I hear what sounds like a freight train coming through the phone.
Wow.
And I'm listening to people screaming in the background as I'm looking up at the TV, and I'm seeing the second plane hit.
Wow.
And I heard it on the phone.
How far were you away from this?
When I got there, I was at Ground Zero.
Wow.
Worked at the police department. I worked under Sergeant Misfania, the 122 precinct, and they were a great bunch of guys. And we went in to work, assist in any way possible to transport people and get everybody out. And then also...
So you were there within hours?
Yeah.
Minutes? Hours?
Probably a little about, I'm going to say about probably 2 hours after
Had to have been
down.
a total unbelievable, just unimaginable.
The easiest way I can explain it is, as most northern people would know, the first snowfalls.
Wow.
When it gets mute, that's exactly what it
just quiet.
Felt like. It was very quiet, and
wow.
You kept hearing the high-low pitch of the fire department's their sirens. I call them sirens. They're alarms, and what it is after X amount of time, of no movement, it'll go off.
Right.
And try hearing that echoing across 19 some odd acres.
Wow.
And it was unbelievable.
I imagine.
We're talking about soot about this high.
Soot.
And the thing that troubled me the most was in the direction going towards the ferry, which would be directly behind us as we're going to the towers, is seeing shoes. Lots and lots of shoes.
Really?
And it's because people started running to the ferry. So once they had the orders that they just started running, people started throwing heels, shoes, briefcases, and they started running. And that was troubling. The worst part, the thing that troubled me the most.
No, if you don't want to go there, you don't have to.
I've got to. It's
right.
Yeah, I gotta really talk about it. Right around Trinity and Rector, I saw a baby carriage, an empty baby carriage.
Oh wow!
So I mean, it was empty, yes, but seeing it, it really hit.
Right. So how long did you end up working there?
About a week.
A week?
Roughly. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, the first 3 days were nonstop.
Right.
And we didn't even think about sleeping. We had to, not by choice, but I mean, anything we could do. We wound up going back to Staten Island, where we had an old airfield called Miller Field, and we actually tried to convert that into a morgue, not realizing that we didn't need it.
Yeah, there wasn't going to be any recovery.
There wasn't.
Wow.
When we went to the local hospitals, just seeing people hours later coming back covered in soot, it hits home. It really does,
yeah.
And
well, thanks for taking some time to talk to me about it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I have to keep pushing.
Sure, yeah. This is, tell everybody your name.
Frank Gonzalez.
Frank Gonzalez, a 911 hero. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
He's building our Hot Wheels tribute truck.